I got goosebumps again. Wow. No, don't do it to me. Stop. Oh my god. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jake, and today I am super excited to say I'm watching the 20-year anniversary of Harry Potter. So this one's gonna be super fun. I hope you guys enjoy it. And don't forget, I'm also reading the books over on my Patreon. So if you are interested in seeing me reading the books, head over to my Patreon. Link is in the description below. Not only do you get early access to movies, TV shows, you also get full-length reactions. You get to help support me and the channel grow. It means so much to me, and I appreciate it so very much. There's not much else to talk about with this one. I'm gonna jump right into it. So you know the drill. Go get your snacks, get your drinks. Let's get comfortable. Oh, and drop the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any reactions from me. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's do it. No way. Little nod to the letters that Harry used to get. Man, I'm already feeling emotional. 2 minutes in. Neville looks good, man. Like, he had a glow up. Wait, where was he? Did they show him already? I feel like he looks so different without makeup and whatnot. Gary Oldman played Sirius. That's right. That guy's a great actor. I mean, they all are, but he's really, really good.
There on the bookshelf. That's what we did. It's a whole sleepover.
Wow, so they all read the books as kids. That's cool. I'm glad that they became the actors.
It was such an intricately, perfectly designed universe.
You can say that 1,000 times again.
Beautiful creative outlook on life, this belief in limitless possibilities.
Wow, there's a movement. Look at that.
We were the only set of twins there who weren't wearing identical clothing. So we ended up going over the road and bought two identical matching tops.
Oh my god.
I became completely gripped by the excitement around this audition.
They're so perfect for these roles, though. Like, I can't imagine anyone else playing these.
My hotel room in London, one night watching the BBC version of David Copperfield. Immediately, a light bulb went off in my head, and I said, this is Harry Potter.
Oh, he was already an actor before that.
Of the Sorcerer's Stone. The what?
Oh my god. They're so good at that.
It feels like no time has passed and loads of time.
20 years. But how much time from the last movie till this? Like 10 years?
There is now going to be a lot of media outside your house.
That's insane for kids like that.
Emma was arguably the smartest person on the set.
Wow.
I've got a red-headed sister and I live in a burrow.
That's like, they're literally their characters.
I want everyone to feel like it's a family. I want everyone to feel like they're home.
They definitely did a good job of that because everyone seemed really comfortable in being in their roles. Like the acting from all of them, especially since they're kids, is like perfect. That must be so fun to film though, like being with your friends and just being on this crazy adventure together. Before cell phones and tablets and, I mean, maybe not before cell phones, but smartphones, I'll say.
Columbus had worked with kids a lot, and he was terrific with them. He really was. He used to go down on his knees to talk to them.
Wow, his accent is so thick.
But it's not easy because it takes a tremendous amount of patience.
It's like being like a kindergarten teacher.
With kids as hyperactive and as excitable as we all were.
Stay focused, stay on task, be a wizard.
We sort of ran around. I guess we were all like 11.
11, yeah, okay. More like 5th grade teacher, I guess, then.
I've tried absolutely everything. I've tried creams, I've tried jellies, I tried shaving. Every moment.
He seems like the fun uncle, Hagrid does.
Thinking about that scene where I get called a mudblood.
Yeah, that scene's crazy. It's a powerful scene, for sure.
It was the moment when all the floating candles started burning through the ropes that tied them to the ceiling.
They used real candles for that? This, I know, was like all CGI, basically. Unless they were doing like super close-up shots, pretty sure. You could tell it was CGI.
Okay, come on, shh.
I love their house. The hecticness and craziness reminds me of places and situations I've lived in, but I grew up an only child, so I didn't exactly get to experience anything like that. So maybe that's why I like it so much.
It was just, and then it got smaller.
Yeah.
Wait, who are those two people? Is that Fred and George?
To me, she really kind of took me under her wing.
Did she pass? That is Fred and George. Oh my god. They look so different.
What exactly is the function of a rubber duck?
Such a funny scene. Wait, were they not real redheads? Was I bamboozled and lied to? Man, Malfoy and his dad played their roles so good too.
You must be a Weasley.
He's a product of his parents, Draco, and he's got...
Right, true reflection.
In fact, working with Jason was not always a treat. Just immediately turned into the most unfriendly, horrible person.
Really?
Draco touched something and I used this cane and I went... but I didn't know how sharp the teeth were. And they went right into little Tom.
Oh my god. Who voiced... Are we gonna find out who voiced him?
I remember saying to a friend, you know, I've got this part, it's an elf.
Oh.
Can we clean the floor where Jason slipped, please? What happened? And I said, I kicked Dobby down the stairs.
Oh my god. Improv, huh?
And I just thought,
Improv
this
abuse.
is going to be ridiculously good fun.
Jeez. He likes it a little too much, I think.
Richard came in and looked at the Phoenix and
Yeah.
said, wow, they train these animals marvelously.
Wow.
I can't believe I'm leaving these guys.
And I think you, honestly, I don't think you ever get enough credit for like what.
Why did he leave though? He did so good. Gary Oldman seems like such a great person in real life. The fact that he was able to play Sirius so good. Well, Sirius was a good, obviously good character, but when the first time we see him, he looks so evil and crazy.
There's a big cloud that overshadows everything around Harry, and we needed to convey that so stylistically.
This scene was crazy good. Like, it really felt like a horror movie at this point.
Are you going to kill me, Harry?
He's such a good actor.
Yeah, you were like, listen, Emma, you need to be cool.
And Gary was amazingly generous and include him in the acting process.
I'm sure Harry or Daniel learned a lot from Gary and how to act.
I have never done a scene with such an amazing cast in my life.
I don't know any other movies that Lupin is in. I don't know anything he's done besides this. I should look that up.
Rickman would have an in, wouldn't he?
Did. Chris would literally say to him, why are you doing that like that? He said, I'll tell you later.
Oh wait, he passed before this too, right?
Rupert didn't deliver anything.
That'd be me.
I thought that Ron wouldn't do it.
Method acting, even outside of acting.
So kind of saw that it was very in character for me not to have done it.
I like to know that they're actually like their characters. That makes me feel good.
The fourth book is the biggest of them. It's about 900 pages.
900. Oh my god.
And, cracked a couple of ribs.
Oh my god.
And everybody felt much better.
I guess that's true. Like, if he's willing to do this, we gotta step it up.
That film was probably peak hormone, at least for me.
He conveyed that really well. I guess that's why it's so good, because it was real.
Bring in two massive groups of new people, all of them are like purposefully hot.
That's hilarious.
Joe? Yeah?
Oh my god, this scene was so hard to watch.
Maybe you want to go to the ball with me?
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Slow it down, slow it down.
One of the big sequences was the Christmas ball. Of course, she picks Rupert.
Bliss, you're right.
Was this improv?
Weirdly, I felt quite self-conscious about it. I didn't really know. I'd never danced with a lady.
In front of all of them like that?
But a very new thing.
Never gonna let him forget this, are you?
Never. Never.
Emma obviously looked beautiful and was in an incredible dress, and me and Rupert looked like Austin Powers, mate.
That's a good one. Oh my god, Austin Powers.
You're gonna learn some dance steps for this?
You trust me, don't you?
I wouldn't be able to dance like that. Like, not at all. Even with training, probably not.
With a backward cap, on a skateboard. I just fell in love with him.
Fell in love with him.
If his number was on the call sheet, it was an extra exciting day.
Wow.
We just love each other. That's all I can say about that.
Interesting. I feel like she's trying to not say something because the way she was like holding her grin at the end there. I believe her though, but that's very interesting.
Universe shifts, and suddenly there...
This is where it got so dark for me. Where's Ralph? Is he in this?
I cast Ray Fiennes because...
Rafe. I said Ralph. Oh my god. You guys are hating me right now. I read his name as Ralph. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
A sort of whispering voice. Breath on the breath.
Harry
Wow, he's so good. Yeah, it's so eerie and like
Strong. It felt powerful.
God. Was he really bald for that? Like they shaved his head?
The three of them, they're in adversity, and that forges friendships.
They all acted so good in that movie, especially those scenes. I'm so sorry that I called Rafe Ralph. I wish I could go back and not say that, but why is it spelled with an L?
It was a pleasure being your co-star and coaster in the sense that I always ended up holding your coffin.
Oh my God.
Been born 10 years earlier, I might have been in with a chance.
Oh my God. She's such an incredible actress. That laugh is... Like every scene she's in, I don't know how to explain it.
Bellatrix was just this wild thing that was uncontrolled.
She's like a wild card. In this universe, with all the other people, she stands out.
And you fell into the veil. What was it? The veil?
Yeah,
What was it?
I go through the veil. Then there was speculation of, does he come back?
That's what I thought. God. Wow, the look on Harry's face in that scene is perfect. Like, hurt, but like surprised, distraught.
You saw in us that, like, a few of us were, like, kind of ready to be like, could you push me? Like, we want to try and be actors too.
He's very humble, because he was a pretty, I mean, for being a kid, he was a great actor, and he seems pretty humble about it.
Thinking about how we sort of grow the whole thing up and make it a little bit more adult and sort of thematic.
Oh, he was Order of Phoenix, Half-Blood Prince, and the last two. Wow. A lot of those are my favorites, too.
He's just a boy. You say much more and you might as well induct him into the...
Man, I wish she was in this reunion. She was one of my favorites from this whole universe.
When I started, one thing that David and the studio spoke to me about was Emma is not sure she wants to come back.
Really? Imagine if she didn't. That'd be wild.
I think I was scared.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever felt like it got to a tipping point when you were like...
Man, I wish they talked about that before.
Kind of contemplating what life would be like if I called it a day. I mean, we never really spoke about it. I guess we were just kind of going through.
They were so caught up in all of it.
It just didn't really occur to us.
Wow.
That we were all kind of probably having similar feelings.
Damn. That's why mental health talks are so important with yourself and other people. You and your peers.
Luckily for me, she read the letter and responded to it. So I'm one of the very lucky few people who can say J.K. Rowling was my pen friend.
Oh, wow.
And I kept forgetting that I have to talk back to him because I'm so used to watching him on a screen. And I kind of think that contributed to the whole Luna
Yeah, that works.
power, but who still had enormous humanity and depth and vulnerability. The movies kind of gave people permission to accept parts of themselves.
It's so wholesome, man. It's so wholesome.
Working hard is important, but there's something that matters even more.
Seeing Harry become such a leader, the contrast from when he was younger in these is like great growth, like amazing growth.
So everyone on this set has known you for about 6 or 7 years and they watched you grow up. And they're now going to just watch you kiss. Cool, yeah.
That's true, though. That's funny.
The child who hasn't received affection, the enabling love of the parent or the adult, can develop this anger.
Very true. This scene is haunting.
Please let me help you.
I don't want you.
And when Snape walks in, the music drops and it's like, whoa.
And then we were able to give him the opportunity to explore a far more complex and interesting journey.
Yeah, that made him an even better character for sure.
1% of empathy for him, then we'll have done our job.
It worked. Definitely worked.
Avada Kedavra.
I got goosebumps again from that. Fuck. Literally, the second he says it, I got goosebumps. Wow.
Do not pity the dead, Harry. Pity the living.
That is my favorite line.
It does not do to dwell on dreams.
He was such a great Dumbledore too, Richard Harris.
Will you give us another 12, please?
She passed too? Wow.
She had this ability to show such empathy.
She really did, actually.
I can teach you how to bewitch the mind.
Alan Rickman never talked to me like I was a child.
I remember the day that he died. it was like worldwide news. And I was like, I didn't think I had seen him in anything before, but...
Ones that love us never really leave us. And you can always find them in here.
It's another great line. Oh, man. Oh, my God. Richard Harris, John Hurt. Iconic opening for a movie franchise right there.
Resurrection Stone.
You guys told me how wrong I was about the Resurrection Stone and the purpose of it, and now I understand. I'll talk about that after. I misunderstood the story and how the stone worked in the story.
If we were doing a stunt, I trusted that one of you would catch me, each very strong for each other.
That's beautiful. They really are like siblings in a way, truly.
It was very refreshing, I think, because we all got to do some a lot more serious stuff.
Ron did so good in these scenes.
Are you coming or are you staying?
The angst and raw emotion there was so real.
Do your thing.
Yeah,
I'll be here.
for me, running is a stunt.
Oh, he's so funny.
Three of us telling each other that we were doing a good job or that we'd done a scene well.
Especially because we had started off young and really not knowing what we're doing, so that when...
Ron is so, Rupert is his name, right? He's so reserved in real life.
Obviously, us kissing was the most horrifying thing either of us have ever...
I'm sure he loved hearing that.
I love Ron and Hermione's romance and the way that sort of just bubbles away under the story constantly.
Oh, I never noticed it in the earlier movies like that. Like the first or second movie.
I expect you'll be bringing McLagan.
That scene looks so weird, like blurry or something.
It was meant to be like this dramatic make-out, because you and I just kept corpsing. And I was just really scared we were never going to get it because we just couldn't take it seriously.
Oh, that's funny.
Significantly that I was just being an absolute dick about this.
Oh, no.
Taking no prisoners.
I needed, momentum into the kiss.
Jeez, they really did make out, though.
Every time you talk about this, you make it sound like an actual horror.
She did, too. Oh, my God. Wait, how many takes did it take, though? In the scene, it looks like he's the first one to really initiate it. So it's interesting to hear that she had...
Wrong. So wrong on every level because Dan, Rupert and I are so much siblings.
Mm-hmm. I can see that. I really get it.
I knew I was saying goodbye to the series. I knew I was saying goodbye to you.
Yeah.
Looked like he wanted to cry there.
It's a very biblical image carrying Harry across the bridge.
It's sad to know that Hagrid thought Harry was dead right there.
Lost Harry tonight. He's still with us. In here.
And right there, alive.
I thought, wouldn't it be wonderful if Dan just grabbed Rafe, pulled him off this tower?
Rafe, not Ralph. Please don't hate me for that.
You're the one who's going to finish this. It has to go out on a high. It has to be meaningful.
God, their faces right there. They did such a perfect job. But look how fast he gets him right there. It's insane. But now I understand about why he couldn't kill him there, why Voldemort couldn't win, because that wand was Harry's and it wouldn't go against his true owner or its true owner. And that the reason he flaked out like this was because the spell deflecting, basically.
I'm from the press, exactly. How did you know? This is your first day. How does it feel?
Fantastic.
Little did they know, their lives would change forever.
Me. It was weird things, even my name didn't feel like my name. I felt I only really knew how to do one thing.
That makes sense.
We will always be part of each other's life.
No, don't do it to me. Stop. Oh my God.
I love you.
Wow. They really got all that on camera. That's crazy.
So much love.
Thanks, Rupes.
Roops.
We were diving past the camera and landing on this huge crash mat.
That was the last scene? Is that what they said? Wasn't that from the fifth or the second to last movie, though?
Throughout, everybody who'd seen them grow up.
Oh, wow. Oh, man, no.
Was the fact that you get to see young children grow and to see that journey on film. I don't think we've ever seen that before.
There is one movie where it is like that Boyhood. I saw Boyhood, and that one's similar in that way, but
The legacy of the movies is that my
rest in
children's
peace, man.
generation will show them to their children. So you could be watching it in 50 years' time. Easy.
Wow.
It really is like family. We're just so intrinsically linked.
Do you think there will ever be like anything like this again? It seems so perfect.
I feel so lucky to be where I am and to have the life that I have and be able to work with the people I work with now.
Wow, it means so much to him. All of them.
After all this time. Always.
Always. Wow. Well, guys, that was beautiful. That was just truly heartwarming, wholesome, amazing. I loved it. I loved every minute of that. You know, I can see how growing up with these, it could become like your comfort thing, your comfort movie, book, whatever. Seeing the shots of all the kids around the world, like going to the book releases, the movie releases, all of it, you know, that's something that you, even if you set out to do that, right? You set out to make an impact on the world. You're not always guaranteed to make an impact on the world or to make so many people happy. Like, even if you try your hardest to do that, sometimes it's just uniquely natural to someone. And with J.K. Rowling and what she wrote, it became that. It might not have been her intention to change the lives of so many people, but that's what happened. It's awesome to see that we have footage of that we have real people's lives changed because of that, and see the effects of it in real life, especially with the actors. You know, we just saw them breaking down in tears because of how much it did change their lives. Obviously, not only like in terms of financially, but just their experience with working with other people that are great. The life lessons they got from, it doesn't have to be in terms of acting, right? It could be just life lessons that you would get from a great uncle or, you know, a teacher or whatever. They were all extremely lucky, and I wish I could have grown up in that. You know, that looks amazing. That looks so fun, and just, you know, I would never change what I went through in my life, but I'm jealous. I'm a little bit jealous that they got to experience that and have those experiences. So, but rest in peace to all those amazing actors. They really brought life to this story, and, you know, without those people, that story couldn't be told. I don't remember all their names, but you know who I'm talking about. They're amazing, and rest in peace. It's hard. I'm at a loss of words because it's like there's nothing I can really say to bring how I feel about, after watching these movies, how those movies made me feel and how strongly I feel about those movies. Just how heartwarming, how many great quotes. I think about those movies all the time now. Like, really, like I think having moments throughout my day where I'm just like thinking of certain quotes that come up and how they're relatable to real life, you know. The one with Sirius talking about they're always in your heart, and Dumbledore talking about pitying the living that live without love. Like, those are real things that are true and they matter, and you can see those effects in life every day, and you can use those words to really, you know, brighten your day, have better understanding of what people might be going through, etc. Like, it's such a great tie to real life, and it was beautiful seeing all those people reconnect and see the true, like, a lot of them are really like their characters. And Ron, I was very surprised how reserved Ron was, or Rupert. I was very surprised to see how reserved Rupert was in real life. I expected him to be more like, I don't know, just animated or something, but no, he's like very mature and, like, you know, poised compared to his character. But they said he's more like his character than like anyone else, so that's kind of funny. I like the part where they were talking about how he didn't write the assignment that they were given because he didn't think Ron would, and he didn't want to. That's something I would definitely do if I was in his shoes, for sure. I would definitely have not written that. But yeah, thank you guys for telling me to watch that, because that was awesome. I'll probably watch that again. I'm probably gonna watch all the movies again, definitely, like 100%, and I'll probably end up watching that again as well. Just so I can fully experience it and fully feel the emotion of it. Because, like, being on camera, like, I'm not gonna lie, being on camera, sometimes it hinders the real emotion, raw emotion that I can feel. I try to let it through as much as I can, but without doing this, it's hard to explain. If you haven't done this, it's hard to put into words what the camera adds to, like, it brings out a little anxiety, a little bit of shyness that might be in there somewhere, you know, so sometimes the raw emotion doesn't fully come through. But yeah, I'll have to relive those experiences again. Okay, let me talk about the resurrection stone thing for a little bit. So my understanding, and now I understand that it's a wrong understanding of the three brothers story with, you know, the Deathly Hallows story. I, for some reason, thought that the stone was going to resurrect, or that's what it does, right? That's what I thought. I mean, I guess the name of it kind of made me think that, but in the story, I thought it brought her back, but like a lesser version of herself, or maybe just like that super like depressed version of herself or something. But I still thought it brought her back. Now I understand. It brought like a ghost version of her back. And so when I saw Harry drop the stone, I was like, wait a second, don't you need that to like resurrect if he kills you? But that's not what happened. So you guys mentioned that that's what brought back the ghosts that he was talking to, his parents, Sirius. Was there someone else? Oh, Lupin. But I hope you guys can understand why I thought the resurrection stone would resurrect, because I mean, it's in the name, right? But thank you guys for explaining that. Now I understand that Harry, when he died, he didn't truly die because Voldemort was killing the part of him that was in Harry. It's interesting because it's a part of him, so how would he even be able to do that? But I think it's because he had that wand, maybe? I don't know.